In late 2024, something strange happened. AI models stopped blurting out answers and started thinking. Not metaphorically. You could literally watch them reason, step by step, before saying a word. And on the hardest tests we have, their scores didn't just improve. They exploded. This is the breakthrough behind so-called reasoning models, test time compute. And once you see how it works, it feels almost obvious. Here's how a language model used to answer. Your question goes in, flows through the network exactly once, one single pass, and the answer comes out instantly. That's like being forced to answer every question with the first thing that pops into your head. For what's the capital of France? No problem. But for a hard math problem, whatever it blurts out first, it's stuck with. No second thoughts. No checking. One shot. And so, on genuinely hard problems, even giant models kept failing. For a decade, the recipe for smarter AI was simple. Train a bigger model on more data. More training compute, better answers, the famous scaling laws. But that recipe started hitting diminishing returns. Each new leap cost roughly 10 times more compute and bought a smaller gain than the one before. So researchers asked a different question. What if, instead of only spending compute before the question, during training, the model could spend compute on the question while it's answering? A second dial to turn, test time compute. Turn that dial, and the model does something very human. Before committing to anything, it writes out its reasoning, one step at a time, in a private chain of thought. And that changes everything, because steps that are written down can be checked. The model can look back and catch its own mistake on line 3. Cross it out. Back up. Try a different route. First thought guessing has just become actual problem solving. Some systems go further. They don't follow one chain of thought. They grow many. A whole tree of reasoning paths, exploring different approaches to the same problem in parallel. Then a judge, often another neural network, scores every path, prunes the weak ones, and pushes the promising branches deeper. The answer you finally see is the survivor of a tournament of thoughts. The results were stunning. On Olympiad-level math, models jumped from scores in the low teens to gold medal territory. On PhD-level science questions, they caught up with human experts. And here's the curve that made the whole field gasp. Keep the model exactly the same. Just let it think longer, and accuracy keeps climbing. The longer it thinks, the smarter it gets. That is a brand new scaling law. A second axis for intelligence. We didn't just build bigger brains. We taught the ones we already had to slow down. So that's the breakthrough. Intelligence is no longer fixed the moment training ends. It's something a model can buy more of, by the second, exactly when a problem demands it. Fast answers for easy questions. Deep thought for hard ones. Next time a chatbot pauses before it answers, remember, that pause is the whole revolution. This is Hidden Layers. Thanks for thinking it through with me.